3 time management skills, and the best productivity app that is already on your phone and can change your life, all will be covered in this video. Time management isn't about fitting more tasks into your day. It's about making the most of every moment to achieve what truly matters. Let's dive right into it. Create time blocks instead of to-do lists. Inverted pyramid method. I've never met anybody who always finishes everything on their to-do list, and yet we keep using this broken technique. If you constantly, day after day, week after week, think in the back of your mind that I didn't finish all those things on my to-do list, what does that do to your self-image and self-confidence over time? You're reinforcing your self-image of someone who doesn't do what they say they are going to do, and that just adds anxiety to your life. Measure yourself based on your ability to work without distraction. Did I do what I said I was going to do for as long as I said I would without distraction? Here is how it works. Start your day with the most important task and allocate time accordingly so you spend the majority of your time on this very specific task. Use a 4-tiered system, spending more time on the most crucial task, less on the second, and even less on the third and fourth. Imagine if you only had 2 hours. What single task could you focus on to achieve 80% of your goal? That should go into the first block. Focus on what makes the biggest impact and achieves the greatest progress toward your goal. Now, with every time box, whether it's an hour or 2, you are reaffirming your identity as accomplished. And you did what you said you were going to do without distraction. That will also help with boosting your confidence and reducing your stress levels. One more important note on this. Plan ahead. Although having a weekly plan is beneficial, it's ideal to review and confirm your time blocks along with their designated tasks every night for the following day. This way, you won't waste your fresh brain on planning and can start your day right away with the most important task. With this technique, the goal is not just to finishing tasks, but it's making the highest impact possible. Here is the interesting part. Studies have found that people who measure themselves based on their ability to simply work without distraction, they actually get more done than the people who keep the to-do lists. The power of leverage and impact. Pareto principle. It states that roughly 80% of outcomes come from 20% of the efforts. This is the power of leverage. You should consistently focus your work on the 20% that matters. Prioritize tasks based on the impact they make. Identify the task that yields 80% of the results and use your first and the biggest time block to tackle that one task. It's vital to constantly search for, identify, and leverage that 20%. If you successfully identify and only leverage that 20%, you will accomplish more than 80% of the people. The Pareto principle is a universal distribution law. You see it in nature, wealth distribution, and everywhere. Distraction-free, laser focus. The term time management, in some sense, doesn't do justice to explaining what it actually means, because it's not just about how you organize your day or your time. At its core, time management involves optimizing how you allocate and utilize your time. So, the most important factor to utilize your time effectively is the intensity of your focus. Our brain can maintain optimal focus for about 90 minutes. You might be able to push for 2 hours or even more, but I recommend making your time blocks at least 1 hour long. You might have noticed that it usually takes about 15 minutes to reach a state of deep focus after starting a task. This period is referred to as the startup cost of concentration. That first 10 to 15 minutes is the challenging part, but once you pass that, you will get into the zone. You have to remove all the possible sources of distraction. You want to make sure you won't get distracted by your phone, people, emails, pets, or anything like that. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I use a free productivity app that you also already have it on your phone. You might not believe me, but it has changed my life. So wait until you try it. The app that I use is the stopwatch on my phone. Not the timer, but the stopwatch. We associate the stopwatch with the speed and high performance sports. A sense of urgency comes with it. Therefore, it makes you work faster, and working as fast as you can is extremely helpful to keep you stayed focused. It also keeps you accountable and motivated because you want to reach a specific number. So you would make an extra effort to not press pause and push through the time block. Another benefit of the stopwatch is that at the end of the day, you can see exactly how many hours of productive, focused work you have done. It keeps you honest, and I also found that extremely helpful when it comes to planning and setting goals for the week. Give it a try and let me know what you think in the comments or email me. In keeping with that theme, if you'd like to know how to cultivate certainty and how to overcome your limiting beliefs and take massive actions, you should check out this video. And as always, please don't forget to leave your questions and recommendations in the comments and like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss the next week's video. And I will see you there.